Venus moves into Scorpio today, and it's shining a light on our relationships with others and our relationship with money. So, small annoyances in our lives and our relationships with our money can become larger than life, so that we are drawn to it. We focus our attention to grow this relationship stronger, deeper, or perhaps to walk away from what you may have always known subconsciously was not a healthy environment for you. It's a time where we can grow a healthier relationship with money. We look for long term security. We're not looking for that instant gain of success or wealth. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is under this energy because we want long term security. We want to grow our habits to reflect, in our spending and our saving and our investing, whether that's our money or applying it to a relationship setting. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we'll gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all of your positive, loving support that you send my way each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for December the 4th, 2023. And we'll start with the numerology. We have the four energies. So it's about getting our ducks in a row. It's about making sure that we have built a strong foundation, or how to grow and manifest an even stronger foundation on which to build. It could be about home and family, absolutely, and growing safety and security in our lives. If we look at the daily numerology, it would be 3 plus 4 plus 7, which is a 14. The 14 energy is having more by having less. We are in full moon energy all week, so it is a time to purge. It's a time to get rid of all the clutter. It's a time to clean the drawers out, clean the cupboards out, clean the attic out, clean the basement out, go in the glove compartment, clean that out while you're at it. But more importantly is we are cleaning out the things that no longer serve us, that move us forward, that allow balance to be brought in, to allow ourselves to be centered. So we want quality over quantity, absolutely. 1 plus 4 is a 5 energy, and that is about creating giggles and laughters and special times. It's about allowing your creativity to flow, allowing romance to come in. Okay, we'll dive into the astrology. Sun is in Sagittarius, the moon is in Virgo, and Venus enters Scorpio today. So when Venus moves into Scorpio, the energy around love, money is very intense, it's very passionate, it's very committed. And the Scorpio influence, we abhor superficiality. I mean, Scorpio wants to dig deep, look at any issues that we have with power, with fear, with sex, with desire. Where do we allow that fear to take over, or anxiety to come into our lives? And it holds us back from the beauty, the love, the wealth that Venus offers. So as we go through the next several weeks, I should say, not over, through the next several weeks, it's about a deep examination. I can't even talk now. A deep examination. We can get clarity about where we need to allow change, where we need to allow transformation, and we will crave intense and meaningful experiences. We could even find ourselves going all in when it comes to what our heart wants. So many of our relationships over the next several weeks will fall into some kind of intense scrutiny, whether it's a relationship to a person or our relationship to money. So, those little concerns, those little worries, those little fears we have bubble up to the surface during this month. Venus in Scorpio demands, first and foremost, the love of ourselves to be the strongest of all the loves in our life. It's a time to see where and why you criticize yourself, think less of yourself, your talents, your gifts, the unique you, and will offer us growing experiences to build a stronger self-confidence, an image of one who is worthy of love and beauty being a natural part of who you are. So let's turn to the cards. Now I'm hoping by the time you're watching this, but if not, shortly afterwards, I will have the weekly focus for each of the individual signs. So I do hope you enjoy that. Tap into it. Sun, moon, rising. Okay. Look at our bottom card. But it's true. It's true. We're going to be pointed to where we need to heal in our lives today. This is the underlying energy for the entire day, and it's about allowing healing in, allowing that light to warm us, to look at, to focus at the things that have hurt us, have scarred us, that brings in or evokes a fear, or I heard a pessimism, a fear or an anxiety in our world that freezes us in position, perhaps, or we take flight, we run away instead of looking it in the eye and dealing with it and understanding it and evolving from it. Okay, our first card is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, we are looking at different ways of going forward. We are looking at the different avenues we can take. When we stand here, now, usually when they have their back to us, it's about them turning away from the power. But I think we almost have to turn away from the empowerment in order to really reflect on where we want to go, what we want to do, what aspects of our journey do we want to definitely be there, and what things do we not so much worry about. You know, if you were booking a trip, it might not matter so much if you're driving or if you're going to be flying, but it matters that there's enough beds for everybody, or it's in a position where you can walk to most of the attractions that you want to go see. So we are deciding in our own lives, like what do we really want in our forward motion. Of course, this is the main goal, but what does it entail? What are the extras? And we'll move over to the second wand eventually, and we will think of it under a new perspective, perhaps. A new perspective, or different things thrown into the mix, or things taken out of the mix, or a whole different path completely. And eventually we'll move over to that third wand and make some decisions going forward. So I don't think today, unless it's the very end of the day, that we'll make any kind of decisions. Now we have the Two of Cups here. So this could be new beginnings, new ideas, new starts, new relationships, new desires and passions. Scorpio can wake that up within us, and the fact that Venus, our planet of love, and how we express our love, and what attracts us, what we define as beautiful, is all there. What we think of as abundance. When we think abundance, for some people it's good health. For some of us, it's a huge family surrounding us. Others, it's being, having that stature within the workplace or the community. So for each of us, abundance can mean something completely different. So what is your definition of abundance? Because this could be new beginnings, new ideas, transformations. I get this letter A at the very top of it, and I don't know why. I guess maybe it stands for abundance. I'm talking about abundance. And we have the Four of Cups. That's a lot about our emotions today with 2 cups on the board. The Four of Cups is telling us to understand what we already have to work with. Maybe haven't noticed it lately. We haven't paid attention to it, or we just expect it to be there now because it's been there for so long. And maybe that's a person in our life. And maybe we need to wake up to the fact that we haven't been treating them as wonderful as we used to. When we couldn't wait for their text message or their phone call couldn't wait for them to walk through the door or pick you up for the evening. And somehow that spark has diminished. And I think the gratitude card comes in here to tell us to put a spark in our life again. Maybe, you've hit some hard times financially, and so you don't do anything nice for yourself. It's just a matter of surviving. More importantly, you are hoarding it, and you are not, you're not donating to a charity. You're not, it's so important to give, to be of service. And when we do those things, it comes back multiplied. I saw this times 4, multiplied by 4. It was an A for me, and then I thought, I could say times 4. What's times 4? The graces, the gifts, the energy that is sent back to you because of your good deeds. And I don't make a point of doing a lot, but I will go if I'm shopping and I see, the dog food's on sale. Now, my dog food comes delivered to my door because I don't want to go and pick it up. But like little cans and stuff like that, so I'll grab, $20 worth of whatever it is. Maybe it's dog treats or whatever it is. And then I'll take him to a local dog shelter or something, or a cat shelter if it's cat food. Or, if I see, the other day, the cake mixes. So cake mixes were 3 for $5 where I live, and the frostings were 3 for $5 where I live. So I bought 6 cakes and 6 frostings and dropped them off at a food bank. So, and what was that? Like $20, right? $20. And there's probably, for my $20, there's at least 6 kids that'll get a birthday cake for their birthday this year because I took the time to donate something, and it's small. But you don't have to spend any money, because I spend most of my time looking at somebody and looking for what sincere compliment I can give them. Maybe it's a part of who they are, what they're wearing, their jewelry, their earrings, their socks. Socks can be incredibly a personal thing for people, right? When you see people wearing those funky socks, it's important to notice them, to allow them to know that you saw them shining their beauty in through their socks. Giving a compliment, giving a little bit more of a tip at a meal because of the great service you had. Holding a door open for somebody, or helping somebody that's having problems crossing the street cross the street. Or letting somebody in to the traffic instead of cutting them off and, you're getting behind me, to just allow them in. How many ways can we show our gratitude to the world by our acts of service? Because I think our acts of service here are more important than anything else. To be grateful that we have something to give, even if it's just a smile, even if it's just a compliment. So in those little, it's like a pebble in a pond. It makes a ripple, and there's a ripple effect. So when you pay it forward, when you do something nice for somebody, it does come back. And the vibration gets stronger. And I can guarantee you that the smile you put on somebody else's face is nothing compared to the smile that is burning within your heart in that moment. They say it lasts for the person for, hours to, but for the person doing it, it lasts like a long period of time. Raising your vibration, raising your energy. Knowing that you're needed. The big picture, the 6 energy comes out, the big picture. Okay, we'll get the book out here and read it. Thank you for all you wonderful, wonderful people that are part of my my big family here. Coming to my defense in so many ways, and it wasn't it wasn't that I got my dander up. So I'm sorry if I gave that impression, but I was just trying to explain to the people that do wonder why I do it, why I do it. That there is a reason behind it. And I could read this card, but it's the six energy, and I could go on with it, but I'm not going to get the intention that the card was created in to you. And I think that is the message I need to convey. There is so much more going on than you realize. When we get up in our heads and overthink things, we start to miss much of what's going on in the world around us. You might be trying to micromanage a situation or too focused on the small details. Trying to look at this from different angles. Try to look at this from different angles. If you've been struggling with a problem or a tough situation, this card can signal that you will find answers if you stand back and view everything from a deeper, larger perspective or someone else's viewpoint. So the big picture, get a hold of the big picture, especially as you're going into utilizing this beautiful energy of Venus in Scorpio. Okay, to say, okay, how do I feel about money? What is my relationship with money? Do I get it in and it just seems to evaporate as I touch it, or does it come back consistently and I always seem to have that money stream coming in? Am I looking towards growing my finances? Are my investments doing well? What about my savings for a rainy day? And how am I managing it all? And how do I bring it in so that it is long-term secure? I don't have to worry. It'll always be there. They'll always have a natural flow. Well, one of the ways is by giving of yourself, okay? And 'tis the season. It's that time of year. If you were already on a tight budget and you could afford the day-to-day, now if you do that, there won't be any celebrations in the house. And celebrations in the house is important. You don't have to spend millions. But sometimes you do have to, the world goes around in money. So where you can give, where you can help. Maybe you're great at baking. Make up some trays. Pass them around the neighborhood. Our animal is the peacock, vibrancy. No, we're not going to get it. We've just been on a roll lately with this card coming into focus for us. But not today. Okay, not today. You were born to shine and inspire. You were. You were born to shine and inspire. Absolutely. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life. And more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Be true to yourself. Recognize your brilliance. Absolutely. So know that you have this vibrant energy within you. And the more you start to share it with the world, the more you bring it out into the open, the more you start to enjoy life and you want to bring that energy out. You don't like days where that energy isn't present, and so you force it out sometimes, and then before you know it, you're skipping down the street singing. So, which is our five energy. So you were born to shine and inspire. We were all born to shine and inspire. Absolutely. But nobody said it'd be easy to do so, to do such things. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. So in other words, don't walk around and boast and, parade what you have to other people. Just, be satisfied that that is your happiness. That is your strength. And by boasting about it, it does nothing except turn people off of you. Really, they don't want to be around you because you make them look bad. So come on. Be grateful for life. Be grateful for the life you have and what you have in your life. More good things will come. It's just one of those things about nature. It has to stay spinning, and when we get dormant, when we get pulled in, when we get to be almost like we're hoarding rather than allowing it to flow, that's when the energy stops. That's when it gets harder and harder and harder. So we have to break open the dam. We have to get that flow going again. And you can do it through small little gestures throughout the day to build yourself up to a beautiful cycle of creation, abundance, and vitality. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.